hey, I saw this awesome Assassin's Creed cosplay, some family doing it, guy, his girlfriend, his uncle. A family thing is really what draws me because, like, you showing up especially as the uncle, that's beautiful. That's awesome to me. Just like, oh, I want to show up with you, support you, and, like, dress up awesome with you two.
Funny thing is, he's the one that got me into it.
Whoa, I got to talk to you first. So, can you introduce yourself?
Sydney Smalls. I am, collectively, we're known as Cosplay Assassins. I go by Big Sid. That's my nephew, Shamari, goes by Latif. This is girlfriend, Aisha. Okay, and we've been doing it for a little while now.
Can you tell me what got you into cosplay first and foremost?
Well, I've been an avid Marvel, DC fan since 1967.
But what got you into cosplay? What made you decide to, like...
Comics and everything, and actually my son got me into it when I first went to the first con in 2011. Okay, and I was captivated ever since then.
Can you try to remember a little bit what was your first experience like cosplaying?
Oh, yeah. My first character was Nick Fury from the Avengers. And coming up on the subway, from the subway to Javits Center, it was nothing but love. You know, it was awesome. Awesome.
Beautiful. Now, start off with you. How did you get into cosplay, and how's the experience been so far?
Well, I've been into like anime and manga and cosplay ever since I was 12. And, you know, I kind of grew up with it with the, 90s generation of like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. So it's like, oh, I've always wanted to dress up with those characters. And so I finally got the opportunity to do it, like, I guess a year or two ago now. So, yeah.
Cool beans. And you?
What was the question?
Oh. No worries. What got you into cosplaying? Can you tell me the experience so far?
Oh, what got me into cosplaying? Well, like I said before, he got me into it. It was about 2 years ago. My first convention was New York Comic Con, and then I started going to Otakon, and then a bunch of small other cons like DerpCon and Newark Comic Con, Eternal Con. Yeah, and then what really got me into it as well is I always been a comic book fan, Marvel, DC, more Marvel than DC. I'm not trying to throw any shade though. I was also a very big anime fan, so whatever new anime I can get into is like, okay, this is awesome, I'm gonna start watching this. So I was like really heavy into Naruto and Bleach for a little while, but I've always saw myself as that character when I was, younger. So that's what really got me into it.
So, but what made you pick this costume? It all for the same reason for like a group cosplay, or do you see something about these characters that you're just like, I personally identify with?
I'll go last. Go ahead.
Okay.
I like to pick characters that I can identify with, in history and whatnot. I love Assassin's Creed, the storyline and everything, but my character, Adewale, he's was a slave. He freed himself by killing one of his slave masters. He became a pirate and then became an assassin, on his own. And he's a freedom fighter. So I love that. That's history to me, and I love the character.
That's beautiful. So what do you like, or what do you identify with the character you're playing today?
Well, my character I'm cosplaying is Eveline Grand Dupree, I think. And pretty much I identify with her, like her mother was taken from her when she was younger, and she was adopted into this family, and so she grew up with the way of the assassins and also just kind of a more privileged life. I kind of relate to her in the way that like she identifies with the struggles that end up happening when you're an assassin, but also on the other side of like, oh, well, you're of this complexion, but you get to live in high society and all that other stuff. In some small way, I kind of relate to that, but mainly it's just like kind of the struggle she goes through as a person and as an assassin.
That's awesome. And tell me about you.
All right, so...
Wait, do you know what I'm talking about first?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you on point?
My character is Edward Kenway, and I really like, what's the word? Oh, man. No. I relate to him a lot because he didn't start off as an assassin. He, stole the suit and then, just was like, all right, this is my thing now. And then they recruited him because they saw what he could do. And what I see is like in my life, a lot of people, you're not that good, you're not that great, and then when they see what I could do, they're like, oh, it's wow, I didn't know you could do all that stuff. And like, him being reckless and all that, I like to dress up as Deadpool a lot, and I feel like he's the Deadpool of the Assassin's Creed universe, very much. So he's awesome. Like, he doesn't take. Can I curse on this? He don't take shit from nobody, and that's why I love him. Like, he's awesome. My favorite one of all time was Ezio because he was the first one to throw swagger into it. But Edward Kenway is he just took it because he's ruthless, he doesn't care, and he's funny. That's why I like him. He's awesome.
So, can you tell me about some of your experiences with the community? Like, you came out, were you like a little nervous at all? Not nervous at all?
Not at all. I just took to it like a fish to water.
So you just showed up like a boss, like this. I'm gonna do this. This is what I.
People yelling Nick too, and I was stopping for pictures and all kinds of stuff.
Are you part of the group? Are you part of?
No, it's way more complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a channel as well, and she recognizes it.
Yeah.
By the way, just to say, I'm not, tooting our own horn, but I have never seen a better Deadpool than my nephew. He's Deadpool live.
Never seen a pirate Deadpool. I'm not seeing it right now.
I know, but if you
check
see
out one of
him,
my other videos, I have it. I just put on a little bit of weight so it wouldn't look good on the skin tight suit. So I'm like,
I'm teasing.
but he's the best Deadpool character-wise. He's Deadpool, hands down.
I'm the character when I'm Deadpool.
Yeah.
As soon as I step in with the mask on, I'm Deadpool for the rest of the day.
Yes.
So, what makes you pick a character like a Deadpool? You seem to identify with people who they're not held back by conventions. You seem to identify with people who seem to have a good backstory, history, and you just want to personify maybe some of those childhood figures that you're just like, ooh, that one is like amazing, or someone who's like multi-level. What would be, talking about that? What's your dream cosplay? Like, not like for the outfit, but for the person.
Me, well, I have to, what you said, but even for the person itself, I'm in love with Black Panther. I would love to do Black Panther because of his backstory and everything, but I'm still looking for that ultimate Hulk. I've never seen a really good Hulk. Hulk is one of my all-time favorite because of his storyline and everything, but I've never seen, you've seen some big guys with green skin, yeah, but he's not big enough. You've seen the outfits, they look horrible. And, I'm looking for that great Hulk.
Not to bash anyone's cosplay, just careful.
Right. No,
I don't know.
bashing anybody.
I get it.
Yes.
Okay, so for the person, dream cosplay.
I'm really not sure. I never thought about that.
I got it.
I guess the first one that comes to mind is Aisha Clan from Outlaw Star. Only because, one, I really relate to her because she's not ditzy, but it's just like she's a little airheaded. She's all over.
I feel like she plays it off. She's not as ditzy as she seems.
Exactly. And it's like, I get that a lot. Like, oh, you come off as this, kind of not crazy, but little weird and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, but that's what you're just getting, the outside look. You don't really know me for who I am. And then also because, we have the same name, which excited me so much. And I was like, yes, anime character with the same name. Yes, thank you.
Come back a little bit. You're hiding from the camera.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So definitely Aisha Clan.
That's an interesting one. All right. What about you?
All right, so I have two. They're both from the same video game. First one is Master Chief. When I was growing up, I've always loved the franchise of Halo. And his character, he follows orders. And that's very opposite of what I am. But it's just the way he goes about it. It's like, I'm a do what you told me to do, just not in the way you would think it would work. I remember one time the aliens had put a bomb on their ship, and what he did was, I'm gonna get it off the ship, but he gave it right back to them and blew it up. And it's just it's not the fact that he's also lucky. I'm not saying he has the powers of Domino, but the fact that he's still going strong and his outfits keep changing and it keeps getting awesome and awesome every year. And then the second guy is Emil from Halo Reach. He had the fishbowl helmet with the skull on it, but he carved it himself, and that what made it awesome. And he doesn't take shit from nobody either, so he would be a serious Deadpool in the Halo universe. That's why I love him, and his armor is customized. He has all the grenades on his armor, and he only carries a shotgun. He has a knife on his shoulder. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And his attitude is like, I don't give a crap. You stab me, I'm gonna take you with me. Stab me, I'm gonna have this grenade in my hand. We both go. That's how I see it.
All right. So, one last question. Dream cosplay for the way it looks. Like something so amazing that you're like, oh my God! If I could, no matter the money, no matter if I had help, my dream cosplay.
Well, I have two. Dead in love with the Black Panther, and as far as villains, I got to go with Apocalypse. You know, Apocalypse is awesome. The Marvel version, the comic version. Yes.
You say you don't want to do it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
All right, dream anime. I mean, sorry, anime. Now I'm getting flustered. Okay, dream cosplay. Doesn't matter how hard it looks. You just like, I want to embody this.
I also have two. My first one is Angemon from Digimon. Me and him are supposed to do Angemon and Angemon, so hopefully, like one day.
A long time to finish.
Yeah.
Don't worry about time. It's the dream. It's time with the dream.
Yeah, that is the dream. I would love to do that cosplay. And then second one, I mean, it seems pretty easy, but I want to do. I'm still working on like Catwoman. So yeah, I definitely want to do those two.
Okay, what about you?
So I have two as well. Mine is my first one is Terra from Kingdom Hearts, the armor version, and then like I said, Master Chief. And I want to make it myself, but I know it's going to take me some time. I'm not a master with foam yet. Yeah, it's a dream. So I'm going to see how my Agent Venom tomorrow goes, and if that goes well and doesn't fall apart on me, then I'm going to be like, I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to do something else, you know?
Sweet. Well, you're saying you guys have a cosplay trope. Do you want to start telling me about your, tell everyone about yourselves?
Our group, we're known as Cosplay Assassins. We just came together, loving cosplay. We hit all the conventions we can, photo shoots. We're available for, hire, things like that. But check out our page, Mr. Airy 6 on YouTube. We also have a Tumblr under Cosplay Assassins.
Any Twitter feed?
Twitter is under...
All right.
Cindy made that. I mean, I have a separate Twitter as well.
Yeah.
All right, you were mentioning something about your YouTube. You want to pimp that real quick?
Oh, yeah. So mine is Shadow Cosplay NY. There's other Shadow cosplays out there. I also record conventions, interview people as well. But
Competition, basically. You should just shut this off and ignore it.
I don't always interview. Sometimes I'll do it. It all depends.
Shadow cosplay.
Yes. And NY though. NY.
Shadow cosplay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.